Hello, today is November 16th. It's Thursday and I decided to make another video. I decided to make it today because today's the day that I lost my grandmother 12 years ago. I was really close with her, and every year I do things that reminded me of her, like maybe cook something that she used to cook for us, or wear her favorite colors, or stuff like that, just to remember her. I think about her all the time, but since today is the day that I lost her, it just means much more today. So I hope you guys like today's video. Okay, so I already prepped my face. As you saw in my other video, I use the Lancome products. Sometimes I do use other products. And today was that day. I used different products this morning for my face. But anyway, I already prepped my face. So I'm going to go in with my concealer. I have this one. It's from NARS. They actually did not have the full size, the color that I needed. So again, it is Catalina medium. I think it's just medium. I don't know. Okay, so like I've mentioned before, I don't know if oh my god, I cannot talk today. I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but I like to go with my concealer first, just for some extra coverage. And I don't do a lot. And then I just blend it with a sponge. I'm gonna try really hard not to be banging my desk. I guess I could just talk about my grandmother. I wouldn't call her grandmother. I would call her abuela, or abuela for short. She was really funny. She loved to cook. I think she went to culinary school. I think that's what my mom told me. She had these crazy recipes. So once we were of age, like, I don't know, maybe I think I was like 12 or 13. It was when she started teaching us how to cook. So I started cooking by the age of 12, like big meals with my sister. And I think we got good at it, that my mom just wanted us to cook all the time. Well, most of the time. And then she would cook the meals we just didn't have el sazon for, or el toque. So my mom would just do those. But yeah, my grandmother was very funny. She wasn't that typical grandmother, make you cookies or knit you sweaters or blankets. She was more like, let me teach you how to like live, as far as know how to do your things by yourself. So she started with cooking. Well, no, let me take that back. She started with like cleaning our or washing our clothes. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I can't talk today. With washing our clothes, even though we had laundry, like a laundry room in our place, since she was from LA, she lived in LA, so she would go to the laundromats. LA is crazy. If you've lived in LA, if you've been in LA, it's just very fast paced out there. Everybody walks. It's scary to me now, but to people that live out there, it's just life, obviously. So when she would come here, since she was so used to that, she would take us to the laundromat and just wash all of our clothes, all of her clothes. Even though, again, we had a washer and dryer in our house, she just didn't like it. She goes, it just takes forever, and I don't want to be doing this all day. So she'd just rather kill 2 hours at the laundromat and just do everything all at once. So yeah, so she taught us how to do that. I mean, my mom taught us how to do things too, but my grandmother was more like, no, you guys are going to learn. It doesn't matter how long it takes me to teach you. I'm going to teach you. And then once we were, like I said, 12, 13, my sister's 2 younger than me, so she learned even younger. And so yeah, that was her. She was just like, you know what, you guys cannot depend on other people. You guys need to learn how to do your stuff. ¿Quién se va a querer casar con alguien que no sabe nada? But yeah, we learned how to cook because of her. A lot of her recipes I know by heart. I know she has a recipe book that she made, you know, all the things that she knows how to make. And I think, I don't know who has that now. After she passed, I don't know who stayed with that. She was a very loud lady, but like funny. Like if you heard her laugh, you know where she was. It's just funny. And we all get that. We all have that where we laugh and people are like, oh my God, you know, so-and-so's there. We recognize her laugh, or, you know, or the talking even, we're so loud. Era bien alegre. You know, there was always music at her house or at her apartment. Dude, believe it or not, we were a family of 5. My family back then. And we would stay in my grandmother's and my grandpa's 1-bedroom apartment, bro. I don't know how the heck we managed to fit. I think they had a couch. My little sister would sleep on that small couch. And then they had like a mattress, and we would pull that out. And so I think my other sister and I would sleep on that, or my parents would, I don't know. I guess we would take turns. Anyway, there was even to a point where one time I woke up underneath their dining table, because I mean, we were little. So, and I think even as adults, I think the last time I was there, I was like maybe 18, 19, maybe 19, before I got married. Yeah, but we would make it work. We would make it work. And as kids, we would go to my grandparents for like a week or 2 for summer vacation, and it was just a blast. And what I mean is that we would go to the park, we would go walk around. My grandpa back then was very, very agile. He was very young, obviously. Since my mom had us young, I mean, they're really young grandparents. But we would go every summer. And I think it was my idea to go with my grandmother every summer. Yeah, we would go for a week or 2. And sometimes, I think the deal was if me and my other sister would go, then it would be a done deal. But I think there was one summer where my sister didn't want to go, and I did. And just because I liked back then to cook, I liked her recipes, I always knew she wasn't going to last me forever. And I think that's why it just meant so much more for me to be there. And then 2, we left LA. I grew up in LA. I lived in LA. I was born in LA. I mean, granted, we left when I was little, but I still remember so much, so much. All the stores that we would go to, all the smells, LA doesn't smell that lovely, but like restaurants where we grew up in. So especially around her area, it was like everything was walking distance there. So yeah, one summer I did go by myself, and all we did was cook. They would get up like at 4. So ahí andábamos a las 4 de la mañana eating plátanos fritos en la mañana. And then go back to bed and then cook, brunch or dinner or whatever. It was always cooking at my grandma's house. Always, si no era carne asada, it was something that she was doing. Carne asada was mostly my grandpa's job. And then my grandma's was like the heavier cooking. But yeah, I mean, she is from El Salvador. They both are. So strangely enough, she wouldn't cook like really Salvi food. It was a lot of things that she just like made up as she went, or that she learned at culinary school, or I guess, I mean, I'm sure you learn what to mix in school. So man, she would make these killer freaking meals, salad dressings. And because of that, when I was a little older, and I was going to college, I ended up picking a cooking class, because of her, because of how much she loved to cook. And then me and my sister would cook all the time. And then there was meals that I like loved from the class, and then I would teach my sister how to do it, so we would make it. So it was fun until I got married, and then I just hated it. I don't know if it's because I lost her, that I just lost interest. I don't know, or I think I did it way too much and I just got bored of it. I don't know. When she passed, I was already married. I think a year. She died in 2011. I got married in 2010. And it was just so fast. A month before, she ended up in the hospital. I went to go see her. So I ended up surprising her. She was fine. She was fine at that point. I had a very strong inclination that if I didn't go that day, it was going to be the last time that she was going to be alive. I just had a gut feeling, just because of what was going on, and just for the privacy of my family, I'm not going to say what happened or why she was there, or the cause of her passing. It was really nice seeing how lit up she got when she saw me. It was really nice seeing her, and I was really worried for her. I was really scared for her. So, okay, well, that happened. The very next day, she got discharged, went home. I called her, I think like a week later, just because I had such a feeling that something was just gonna go down bad. And I just called her just to see how she was doing. And I'm like, I had a recipe for a dressing, and I just told her, because she loved being asked, how do you make this? How do you make that? How do you make this? Because we loved her cooking. So I just, just to make conversation, I was just like, hey, grandma, like, ¿cómo se hace este aderezo? And she goes, oh my God, no lo apuntaste. Mira, se le agrega esto, se le agrega lo otro. Dice, pero apúntalo. And I'm just like, oh my God, I had such a knot in my throat, because I just had a feeling it was going to be the last time I would hear her. I don't know what made me think that way, what made me feel that way. I just had such a freaking feeling. So I said, okay, Grandma, well, I'll see you soon. I'll talk to you soon. I love you. I hung up and I just told Dan, I'm like, I don't know why. I feel like that was the last conversation I will ever have with her. And sure enough, a week later, we were out and about, and we get a phone call that she's in the hospital, and she's, in the state she's in. So that's when I jumped with my family. That's what it was. That's when I left with my family. And I think actually Daniel went with me that time. And we went in my parents' car. We were just losing it, all of us. I felt bad for my dad because, he had a whole car crying, and, he had to be the strongest one because he was driving. So yeah, unfortunately, when we got there, she didn't really have much for her. I asked if she was going to make it, and obviously we got to know. So that was a really hard day. It was a really hard day, but, even though I remember like the worst that happened to her, man, I have so many good memories with her. And, I was grateful to have her in my life, for her to teach me everything she taught me, and a lot of the crap I know now is because of her. She was so pushy. She's like, en la casa una la tiene que tener limpia, como mujer, and, learn how to hustle. She was such a freaking good hustler. She was such a good person, to us as grandkids. I know that when with your kids you're different, but I have no regrets, no guilty conscience that I didn't do everything that I could for her or with her. Yeah. I remember that when she used to come to our house, she would stay in my room, and she'd say, this is my room every time I come here, okay? I want you to know that this is my room. So every time she would come to our house, I would make sure I cleaned the crap out of my room. Not that I was a messy person, but just because, you know, someone special was coming to my room. And, you know, I would help her with everything. Y me encargaba unos aretes, unas argollas. She would call them argollas. Argollas son their hoop earrings. And they were gold. And she goes, these are going to be yours the day I die, and blah, blah, blah. So the day she passed, I'm like, oh my gosh, pues no dejó un will or something, you know? Las cosas no sé qué van a pasar. ¿A quién le van a quedar? And it so happened that later my grandpa ended up moving where we're at, and he gave me her earrings. It meant the most to me when my grandpa gave them to me. He goes, I have something for you. You know, you meant so much to your grandmother, and I am sure she wanted you to have these. So he gave them to me. So every year on this day, I wear them. I wear them a lot. I'm allergic to gold, and they are gold, so I can't really have them on all the time. I have to wear like sterling silver or fake stuff, but I cannot wear gold for some freaking reason. So for today, I'm gonna wear them. You're gonna see me wearing them. But yeah, it just means so much that I have those. So fast forward, here we are 12 years later. So when me and Daniel would travel to LA, when we used to travel to LA a lot, I think the last time was last year. And I think that was the last time. But anyway, we would pass by her apartment, and I introduced him to this restaurant that was literally around the corner from where she used to live. And it's called, I want to say it's called El Mirador. It's on Pico Boulevard. If you know, you know. So every time we go to LA, or we would go to LA, we would hit up the Mirador restaurant, and we would hit the little grocery store that was there. It's just the smell. It just brings me so much memories from my childhood, or when we used to walk with her to the store. So yeah, that's a little backstory of who she was, why she means so much to me. So yeah, for my makeup today, I'm just using colors that remind me of her. She was into a lot of like earthy tones. She did like pink and red, and those happen to be my favorite colors, especially pink, but I think because of her, I like red a lot. So for my eyes, I'm gonna do that today. Just use earthy tones. So let me just do my brows. It's gonna be 2 years, I think in June of next year. I have not had to go back and retouch them, which I feel like I should now. It was so worth it to me. So as you can see, I don't really do a lot. To the eyes, recently I've been using this little bronzer from e.l.f. It's called Forever Sunkissed, and I just use this as my base, or a transition color, mejor dicho. It's not too light, but it's not too dark either. The next shadow I'm gonna use, what is this one called? Equator, from this palette. I hope you can see it. It's the 35G Bronze Goals from Murphy. And they're very buildable, which I like. So I don't like to pack it and then have like major fallout. So this is just what I do. Just like to build it up. And I'm not going to go too crazy on the eyes, just because I do want to do a bold lip. Oh, and I wanted to let you guys know that I've been doing such a good job not straightening my hair. So my curls have been getting better. I don't want to say like been coming back like crazy good, but they're getting better. But I'm so proud of me. I think the last time I straightened it was like a month ago, like a little bit over a month ago. But still, shoot, my hair has been off of heat for that long, so that's a lot. That's a long time. Sometimes I do straighten my hair just because I feel like it's so freaking easy just to like put it in a low pony, or for it to look more slick back, you know, because when you slick back curly hair, dude, it does not look slick at all. It's just, it looks lumpy. And sometimes I like that look, and sometimes I just don't. So, okay, so I am done with this shade, and I think I want to use a darker one. And don't worry, I'm gonna be buffing out the edges. It's not gonna look like this, imagine. Okay, let me try this one. Central Park from Jaclyn Hill's palette. And I think they're about the same. Well, we'll see. It looks darker. Oh, yep, it's darker. Cool. I just like to pack it and then blend. I don't know why I like to do that, but I do. And I know there's a lot of, you know, influencers, other people that like to do their eyes first and then the foundation. But as you always see, I do my foundation first. I do cover my lids with the foundation or even my concealer, just because I feel like it does work as a base for me. I don't use like eye primer for shadows. I just feel like it just doesn't work for me. All right, so I think I got it to where I want it. They look pretty symmetrical. And I'm just gonna blend. So I'm just gonna blend with the clean brush. I love this brush. I don't even know where it's from. Oh, it's Morphe. And the numbers are like really, oh no, is it M441? I don't know, but it's from Morphe and it's so fluffy. Alrighty, so now I am gonna do eyeliner, and I'm gonna use my trusty old friend from Essence Super Precise eyeliner, and I just love this one. It's this one, if you guys forgot. I like it. I've tried like high-end ones and nothing matches this one. First it was Elf, and man, I was on that one forever. And then I ended up finding this one. I hope you can see how I'm doing it, because when I am on my mirror, I feel like it's easier, but you guys never get to see how I actually do it. And then right now I feel nervous, but I'm trying my best to show you. My hand is like shaky. Ah! Nope, I can't do it. I can't do it. Hold up. So basically it's really simple. I just try to cover the lash line, and then depending on your liking, you can make it thicker or just leave it thin. I kind of tend to like it this way more, just because my eye is small. I don't like it to go thicker. But yeah, it's just to your liking. So I just like to cover the lash line first. So what I like to do is just make a line first, like that. And I like to make sure I have it kind of the same. And next what I do is drag it back. And then just fill it in. Like that. I hope you were able to see how I do it. So after, I just go with my mascara. Again, my Ride or Die L'Oreal Telescopic in Carbon Black. And I am wearing lashes today just because I feel like when you do a smoky look, it looks kind of weird without falsies. I don't think I told you. I actually went back and got a different foundation just because the other one I felt like it was too light. And I showed the girl, I literally went the next morning after I posted that video. When I said I was gonna go the next, I did. I was like so anxious. So I showed her pictures like how my skin looks. Whoa. Indoors and how it looks in natural light. I think she matched it pretty well. And now I'm gonna use my new favorite lashes, Kiss. And they are Russian volume. So I'll be right back. I'm back. All right, so I got the lashes on, and do you see they just complete the eye look? I just like them. And then to finish up the look, I'm gonna do a red lip, and this is the Stay Matte by Rimmel liquid lip color. And I love this brand, especially the matte part, just because I hate glossy lips. I just cannot do them. I did put some chapstick on. Since it is a matte lipstick or liquid lipstick, it tends to be a little bit on the drier side, so just for it to not feel over drying, I wear the chapstick underneath. So look how pretty that is. That completes today's look, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope everything made sense, me explaining it today. I'm such a scatterbrain, I could not find the right words. But anyway, that is the look that I went for today. This is completely inspired by my grandmother. She loved earthy tones, she loved reds, she loved pinks. I just decided to do more of a red look. Like it's just like a statement in your face, and it looks gorgeous. So, and I'm sure if my grandmother was here, I would not stop hearing her compliments. It's very uplifting, and I just wish she was here, and I'm sure you guys would have loved her. So that completes today's look. I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Bye.